Obviously, meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees standing by. Brittany, you had mentioned where in Fort Myers at the time you were when all of that was happening, right?
Yeah, so I had actually just worked in Myrtle Beach where we had Matthew and then Irma, and of course lots of big storms there in 2017. And then right after I left, Florence, of course, making landfall there in September. Now, the interesting thing about Florence is although it's not really the hurricane I feel like many folks here in the central portion of the Carolinas talk about, it is, as you mentioned, Vanessa, I mean, one of the ones that dropped more than 30 inches, but that's actually the record for North Carolina. The official total, 35.93, so almost 36, and even in South Carolina, almost 24 inches. So due to a tropical system, it holds records for both states, North and South Carolina. Really slow moving storm. Slow moving storms oftentimes, of course, create more rainfall there because they just kind of sit over us, which is what Florence did. And within just 2 days after forming a hurricane on September 4th, it became a Category 4. Thankfully, did become a Category 1 before landfall, as it did, of course, hit its peak intensity out of 4. But then look at how it jogged down south across Columbia, became post-tropical, and then eventually was north of us by September 17th. So, I mean, 3 days between landfall and the fact that it was finally away from the Carolinas, no surprise that it dropped a lot of rain. Now, the cold front that's going to bring us some nicer weather this weekend is also helping keep Lee away from us, so very thankful for that. Haven't really been tracking a lot of storm activity today. I have a few showers right now up in the northern half of Burke County, but that's about it. Otherwise, dry right now across the area, and we're going to get even drier, not just from storms, but also just in the way it feels outside as we head overnight. So tomorrow morning, the dew points are plummeting, actually expected to be in the upper 40s, lower 50s for a few spots. We do see a brief increase on Sunday, as that is going to be our best day to see some isolated storms, and then eventually another drop is coming. So not uncommon in the Carolinas to kind of see these ups and downs here over the next few weeks as we get closer and closer to October. Will it be sweater weather? Well, at least Friday, Saturday, and Tuesday mornings, we're in the upper 50s. For me, that's at least a light sweater, some hoodie weather. Maybe for you, if you're from up north especially, you might be thinking, what are you talking about? But regardless, it is going to be a nice little kind of change here in the Charlotte area. Sunday and Monday will be a little bit warmer. I mean, warm is relative, but lower 60s there due to an increase in the humidity. Now this weekend, of course, it's not just the fact that we have the Charlotte International Arts Festival going on, but Saturday is a big day, especially if you're a college football fan. App State is at Boone for its first home game of the season against Eastern Carolina, or East Carolina that is. Lots of sunshine, high temperatures around 72 degrees, no rain. Then the Charlotte 49ers are also at home, and so is Charlotte FC. So we just have so much activity going on this weekend, so very excited for a nice weekend expected. Now Sunday, we will see at least a chance for some scattered showers and storms, but it's certainly not going to last all day. Maybe a brief shower or storm on Monday as the Panthers are back at home for Monday Night Football. But even if you don't, maybe you're going out of town, you don't get to enjoy the upper 50s next 2 days. Don't worry, more on the way mid next week, as we will have a reinforcing shot of some of that cooler and drier air coming by late Tuesday and a Wednesday.
All right, looks good. And that's a great segue, obviously.